welcome to Harry King Live. I'm your host, Harry King. Good evening, and welcome to Harry King Live. I'm, of course, your host, Harry King, and with us here in our studio in New York today, we have Nathan Green, aka Vapor Snake, former super criminal. Just 2 days after finishing his sentence on Rikers Island Prison, he is here to talk with us about his final battle and subsequent capture by the superstar superhero, the Halo, who will be joining us later this evening via satellite. Thank you for being here with us tonight.
Thank you for having me.
Now, do you prefer that I call you Mr. Green or Vapor Snake?
Actually, not Harry, that's your name.
Yes.
Nathan would be fine.
Nathan? All right, Nathan. To get started, many of us saw your climactic battle with the Halo at the top of the Sears Tower in Chicago in October of 1999. And I was a witness to the event myself, and as were many of our audience members. And I'm sure the question on all of our minds is, what are your thoughts on the situation?
Well, to put it mildly, Harry, that was the worst day of my life. You know, about a week earlier, I was in China gathering plutonium for a project I'd rather not mention, and I had just gotten a shipment all together and ready to go when the Halo showed up, beat the crap out of me, and stole all my plutonium. Needless to say, I wasn't very happy with the Halo. So, after tailing him and doing some reconnaissance work, I decided that he and Katie Brandt, the newscaster, had a bit of a extracurricular relationship there. So I kidnapped her, took her to the top of the Sears Tower, where I thought I would wait for the Halo to come, and we would do a little exchange. My plutonium for Katie Brandt's life. Halo didn't see it that way. And he flew while I was looking to the east. He flew from the west into my back, speared me like a villain would do, and completely surprised me. Normally he would just toy with me, humiliate me for a little bit, do whatever he did, and then let me go. This time you could tell there was something a little more venomous in his eyes. It was personal.
Now, do you think that his brutal methods during your apprehension had anything to do with Katie Brandt's capture?
Absolutely. Up until then, he was voted People magazine's most gentle hero. And once I touched Katie Brandt, it was like he was a completely different person.
Well, didn't you also have explosives set in the building?
I have a few bombs on the upper floors, but I'm an American citizen and I would not destroy an American building.
Now, as we know, you fell from the top of the Sears Tower after Halo had attacked you.
Right.
As we know, the Halo has many superpowers: super strength, super speed, near invulnerability. But how is it that you were able to survive the fall?
Well, in my family, we had the Green family amulet, which I wore around my neck until the Halo destroyed it. And what that amulet did was it gave me and 7 generations of my family before me the powers of super strength, much like Halo's, super speed. I had fire breath, which he didn't have, and I had a few other powers which I'd rather not mention. And that amulet was really my life. And after that, they locked me in that damn zoo for 5 years.
Yes. In prison, I imagine it would have been very difficult for you without your powers. How did that go?
Well, my reputation was almost better than my powers at first. It gave me a lot of protection. And after that, I'm kind of a loner. So after that, I was kind of on my own. And then it was prison as usual with all the horrors that entails.
Were you ever raped?
Harry. We had talked about this question before the interview, and I said no.
We're going to take some callers. With us on the phone lines, we have Brent from Fairbanks, Alaska. Brent, you're on the air.
All right, Harry, it's what they say. I'm a bloody huge fan of yours. I didn't believe anything they say about you in the tabloids, by the way.
I appreciate that.
Right. Mr. Vapor Snake, I just want to find out what made you become a supervillain. I saw on the E! Network your father diddled you or something like that. Is there any truth to that?
No, absolutely not. I don't know where the E! Network gets their news, but my father was a wealthy tycoon. He was an oil magnate, and on top of that, he did a few movies for MGM. He was a producer. He made such movies as Meatballs 2. And he really was a very busy man. He didn't even have time to remember my name, let alone beat me. So whatever your name was in Alaska, no, that's completely
Brent
false.
in Fairbanks.
Whatever.
Well, our next caller is Michael from Secaucus, New Jersey. Michael, you're on the air.
Yeah, hello there. Yeah, Mr. Snake, or whatever you like to call yourself.
I go by Nathan now.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah, about 8 years ago, you was fighting the Halo right around Angelo's Grill on Chamberlain Street, and you fell right on top of my car. It was a beautiful, fully restored 72 Trans Am that you destroyed, all because you like to dress up like a little fag and play little kids' games in the street. Well, you ain't so tough no more there, smart guy. I'm gonna be waiting for your ass in the parking lot. I'm gonna beat your head straight through your ass, you hairy scarbone. Your mother's gonna be it.
I have to apologize for that. I'm truly sorry. Normally we screen our calls.
Well, you need to get a better screener, one with a little higher IQ than a peanut.
As I said, I apologize. Sometimes mistakes like this happen. We're going to go to a commercial now, but when we return, we'll have more with Nathan Green, and live via satellite, we will have superhero The Halo.
Are you
Stay
tired of
tuned.
having some superhero come in and mess up your life? Maybe Superman used your car to throw it into one of his nemesis. Or are you tired of having noise pollution from the jets flying over from the Charles Xavier School for the Gifted Youngsters? Yeah. Or maybe Spider-Man jumped in and saved your life while you were trying to commit just your own suicide. And now, not only do you have to live in pain, but you have a hospital bill to boot. You shouldn't have to pay for these things. I'm John Rosenberg, and I'll fight for you. You call me at 1-800-SUE-FOR-YOU, and I'll get you the money you need to get your life back on track. But you don't have to take my word from it. Listen to one of our past clients.
This used to be my truck, but then after John stepped in, this is my truck.
That's right, I'm John Rosenberg, and I'll fight for you. For every penny you need to get. Call me at 1-800-SUE-FOR-YOU. That's 1-800-SUE-4-YOU.
Welcome back to Harry King Live. I am Harry King. With us today we have Nathan Green, the former supervillain known as Vapor Snake. And as a special treat for the viewers today, live via satellite from our Hong Kong studios, we have superhero superstar The Halo.
I don't care. Come to my hotel.
Halo.
Come to my hotel.
Thank you for joining us today.
You wear the mask.
Mr. Halo.
Hi, Harry. How are you? Sorry I couldn't be in the studio with you today, but I'm here in Hong Kong at a peace summit discussing anti-terrorist methods, so I'm sure you understand.
Well, Halo. Are you there, Halo?
Yes, I'm here.
Make sure you save some of the hookers for the natives, huh, Halo?
You have not changed a bit, have you, Vapor Snake?
The name isn't Vapor Snake. It's Green. Nathan Green. Do you remember murdering Vapor Snake 5 years ago? Do you remember that?
I'm sorry. The Halo, do you believe that now that Nathan Green is free, that America has anything to be concerned about?
No, here's why. If it was one of my more formidable foes, like Dr. Crotch-the-Puss, the Dirty Sanchez, or even Bombsway Vince, I would say yes. But without his amulet, he is nothing more than a man who's probably been raped in prison, on more than one occasion.
Halo, that amulet was all I had to remember my father by. The only person that would destroy it would be a truly evil bastard.
You gotta stop lying to yourself, Green. You only care about the amulet because you can't hurt innocent people now. It's a sour fruit, but you're gonna have to swallow it, so stick that in your pipe and smoke it.
Ah, those Halo metaphors. Classic, Halo. Speaking of fruit, if you remember, I don't know if you even saw this, on Katie Brandt's left butt cheek, there was a little banana-shaped birthmark. And that birthmark was all that I had to get me through many lonely prison nights. You remember that? Halo?
Wanna play kids games? We'll play kids games.
Mr. Halo, is everything all right? Mr. Halo, I suppose something very urgent must have happened and he had to leave, but that was the Halo live via satellite from our Hong Kong studio.
You think it was something I said? I do.
Well, Mr. Green,
yes.
Perhaps we can spend the rest of the time today discussing some of your early costume ideas. Were they made of spandex or polyester? Oh, sweet Jesus!
Get up, fancy pants! What, you forgot I had supersonic speed? You're not talking much now! What are you, crazy? Get up! They should have never let you out of prison! You're a crazy man!
Halo, what? I believe this speaks for itself.
Sweet Scott!
Now, we die!